Alright, so let me start off this video by saying I don't disagree with the results, but I disagree that this is pretty much a lopsided battle here, just by their scaling alone. So, yeah, this is about Akuma versus Shao Kahn. If you haven't watched the death battle, I suggest you guys go do. Animation was top-notch as usual, but as usual, it has to do with the scaling here. Now, if you guys have watched my Akuma and, you know, Shao Kahn scaling videos, you guys should know they're both around Universal, right? And that, Shao Kahn can scale to the Elder Gods or scale above the Elder Gods, and Akuma can scale to or scale above a plethora of characters. I literally put him above Dante, who has Universal stats. I put him, close to Jeddah, who would, in my opinion, smack the Elder Gods. He's way beyond their tier. Definitely would be on the same tier as Chronica with the hourglass and her crown out all at the same time. Possibly even stronger than that, considering Jeddah pretty much can do all the stuff she does with just a simple drop of blood. So honestly, yeah. So yeah, what did I find wrong about this here? They barely scaled Akuma to planetary. They scaled him above Hagar, who you could actually put in the same league as the Hulk here. Death Battle has scaled the Hulk to the past to Universal. And, I didn't put it in my Akuma power scaling video because that would have took a lot longer than just getting the Capcom stuff there. And, I wanted to keep it just Capcom related. But you might say legendary, but you did scale, DC and all that stuff. Yeah, that's fair. But you guys should know throughout all my other videos how I feel about, the Hulk and stuff. You can literally just look at my Grimlock versus Hulk videos, and you can understand how I feel that, Hulk is a universal threat. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it, right? But Akuma here literally scales to Ryu, and in a canon Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, story mode fight scene, alright, Ryu managed to take down, or at least subdue, the Savage Hulk. Savage Hulk himself has legendary feats. Savage Hulk has been able to take a punch from Thanos and smile. Savage Hulk has been able to beat down Thor, draw blood from Hyperion 13034. Okay? He, the same Hyperion who can withstand the collision of two universes. That's the kind of, Hulk that Ryu took down. Alright? So honestly, yeah, they did terrible scaling on Akuma's part here. I mean, they even showed the Jeddah feat. That's what actually got on my nerve the most, because they showed the Jeddah feat and they didn't build off that. That's base Akuma. Base Akuma was the one tearing apart Jeddah. Same Jeddah who was folding pretty much half the Street Fighter roster and half of the Darkstalkers roster. You can literally scale Jeddah above Pyron, someone who's, again, consumed whole universes. You can scale him above Morgan, who can destroy her entire universe like nothing at her full power. Alright? You can scale Akuma, again, above characters like Hulk, Thor, and, Silver Surfer. Characters who were in the original Marvel vs. Capcom, game, even above, likes of Damian Hellstrom, Doctor Strange. These guys have proven to be, universal in terms of attack potency. You can even argue they'd be stronger than the Elder Gods, or at least, be on a considerable tier with the Elder Gods. Alright? Then you have Shao Kahn's side. Shao Kahn's side wasn't as bad, though. I mean, Shao Kahn's scaling was pretty normal, pretty easily, but they scaled him above Blaze, which is, understandable, and Blaze can destroy pretty much the entire Mortal Kombat multiverse, basically. It's not like it's just one universe. The Mortal Kombat is basically a multiverse, so he could legit destroy these multiverses casually. The Elder Gods themselves will be like, again, Skyfather level beings. I've proven that before, and I've stated that before with Geras, who's also an Elder God, Cetrion, who's also an Elder God, Shinnok, also an elder god, all being able to fight the one being whose death created the Mortal Kombat multiverse. Alright? So we all understand that, got it? So then they calculated Cetrion's solar beam, right? Her basic, solar energy blast to 2% the speed of light. Huh? It's a condensed it's a condensed it's a condensed blast of sunlight. You mean to tell me that's 2% the speed of light? What kind of calc is that? No, this is like basically Septile's solar beam. Solar beam is basically a, hardened light, a light absorbed attack blasted out at its opponent. Same thing applies to Cetrion. All right? And considering Cetrion can grow as big as planets, bigger than the planet, enough to basically whatchamacallit, she could put a planet in the palm of her hand if she wanted to. That's the honest truth here. So Cetrion was downplayed here. The fact that Shao Kahn should again, be relatively above the other gods. So yeah, that was pretty much correct. The only thing I'll even give them. Then they had to use Oni. Now I understand Oni could have been used. Okay, Oni was definitely capable of being used. I showed that in my Akuma video where Oni was basically running that fade with Ashura. So Ashura has literally demonstrated galaxy to universal attack potency, which is actually pretty incredible in my opinion. Then when it came to speed here, they kind of made it look like Kahn wasn't, Kahn was massively above Akuma, which is actually the other way around. Akuma is massively above Shao Kahn in terms of speed. Because one, if you look at how Mortal Kombat functions, it's about their combat speed. You can scale Liu Kang to the Flash in terms of hand-to-hand combat, as he was actually capable of reacting to the Flash easily. I showed this in my Shao Kahn video before. They also been able to react to Green Lantern, whose constructs move as fast as Speed Force singularities like Light Ray, which is pretty easy to calculate. I mean, that's many times faster than light, okay? But then you have Akuma, all right? So, Akuma would scale above, again, could scale above Silver Surfer in terms of combat speed, because, again, original member of the Capcom game. You can scale them above Silver Surfer, Gladiator, Quicksilver, okay? These guys have many times faster than light to literally immeasurable speed. Same with the DC side, but again, don't act like Marvel. We can't act like either side is slow here, right? You might say Legendary, what's the big deal about this? Well, it's because Shao Kahn is slower than Liu Kang when it comes to a hand-to-hand fight here. Liu Kang can literally put a whole combo on Shao Kahn. Yes, Kahn has that massive durability that keeps him in the fight here, but it's not like he's pulling out the full things that Liu Kang is doing, alright? Not saying Shao Kahn is slow, but he's not as fast in a hand-to-hand fight as Liu Kang. Meanwhile, Akuma is literally scaling to the likes of, Chun-Li and Ryu, who can actually throw like multi-jab punches and kicks here. I'm sorry, not Ryu and Chun-Li. Chun-Li and Juri Han, who can throw rapid fire kicks in little less than a second. Alright, you can literally calculate that to light speed, considering Chun-Li has landed the same blows on Morgan, who should be able to react in nanoseconds or even picoseconds, considering she scales to Extremist Suit Iron Man. I believe that's what the one that was used in Marvel vs. Capcom. So she should scale to Extremist Iron Man, who's been able to, process data in a picosecond, and yet she actually scales above picoseconds. So again, Akuma casually ripping apart Jeddah, who's massively above Morgan in terms of pretty much everything entirely. And you have the fact that Akuma casually tore apart Jeddah again. Now you might hear me say Jeddah a lot throughout this video, but it's because Jeddah is just massively above Shao Kahn. All right, I would definitely put Jeddah above Shao Kahn here. Then the soul, resistance feat here. They scaled it to Nakali, which is reasonable. Nakali is a beast. Nakali was also able to fight against Morgan, albeit Morgan casually turned that around like super quick and stated she was playing with him. And then Akuma actually resisted a kiss from Morgan. If you guys don't know, Morgan can actually literally suck the souls out of her victims, and she would be a much more powerful soul absorber than Nakali. Not saying Nakali is bad, but I'm just saying he's not as good as Morgan. All right, not bad, but not as good. All right, not as good. So again, you have the fact that Akuma was really downplayed here. Then, the Raging Demon, it's very questionable if that would work on Khan. Alright? Considering Shao Kahn does have that, that good soul defenses from his years with Shang Tsung and Quan Chi as well here. It's also been shown in some Mortal Kombat endings that he doesn't have good soul resistance, just by the sheer fact that Quan Chi was actually able to make a revenant of Shao Kahn loyal to him very casually. Excuse me. So you have that going for you as well here during this video. Um, Honestly, if I had to give my honest opinion on it, Akuma was downplayed drastically. I feel like if you really wanted my honest opinion on who should have won that, I would definitely say base Akuma and Shao Kahn are much more of an even fight. Okay, they definitely would scale to each other. All right, I think they would scale to each other. I think that Shao Kahn could literally hacks out here, but once Oni comes into play, which is like if base Akuma is universal, then he should be beyond Akuma's base levels of Universal, right? He should be beyond Jeddah, beyond Pyron, beyond Hulk, Thor, beyond Galactus. Okay? You can literally count the Marvel vs. Capcom ending as if Akuma beat Galactus here. Okay? It's literally been shown here. They even had the nerve to show Blaze's ending, saying like it's not canon, but it does show on the possibility of what could happen in the Mortal Kombat canon. Okay, then Akuma beating Galactus actually shows what happens in the Marvel versus Capcom canon. I mean, what we're gonna say? What we're gonna say that Blaze is more powerful than Galactus? I'm a Mortal Kombat and I'm a Marvel researcher. I've studied these, and even that doesn't sit right with me. All right, even that, doesn't appeal to me at all. Okay, so that alone should let you guys know that they were most of it was cap. I'm flat out gonna say it was really just mostly cap throughout that entire review part of it. And then we have, well, the other segment of this video, Korra versus Storm. I will make a separate video on that, on why Storm spites. It's a spite match. But, that shouldn't even happen. I mean, they've literally either wanked or overdone the Avatar verse. All right. I could even give a segment on Gara versus Toph. If you guys like to see a debunk on Gara versus Toph, my version of it, just let me know down below. Because honestly, if we count everything from manga to movies, Gara like murder stumps. Like even just in manga or even excuse me, even series 1 Gara stumps. All right? Chunin exams Gara, who was almost like Jonin level, he stumps. Just saying. And then you have, then again, Korra versus Storm. Storm just outclasses. I will make a separate video on that. and you guys will have that either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on the schedule. Maybe even Friday. Okay, I got a lot of stuff to do here, and you know what? I'll do you guys a favor. I will also be adding that Gara versus Toph debunk. All right. I love Gara. I do love Naruto. You guys have seen Naruto content on my channel with Hashirama versus Hydronoid, and you guys have also seen Monster X would wreck the Shinobi Alliance. Then you might say, okay, so you hate Naruto? No. I don't hate Naruto. It's just the fact that, um, I like it. I like Naruto. I really do. I like Naruto, but it's just some things that don't suit well with it. Okay. As for other videos coming, I have Kaiju War Part 2. You guys might have said Legendary. Oh my gosh, I thought you weren't going to complete it like you normally do. No, I have Kaiju War Part 2 underway. I'm going to give away the chapter. It's Grimlock versus Namor, about pretty much uniting the world against the, Pacific Rim Kaiju, and he has to do that favor by favor by favor. So you'll be seeing more of that content as it goes on here. I will be incorporating, Selene and Hellboy. I will also be incorporating Blade as a pretty much the Midnight Sun leader here. Basically my own version of the Midnight Suns here. I actually might use the game version. You never know, because that team did look pretty solid, and I actually do like it in my opinion. So yeah, I actually think that that should be fun here. And considering that I do need to get back into what this channel was originally built off of, and honestly the first videos I did were like fanfic videos, so I might go back to that. All right, I might have a couple fanfics, AMVs out for you. I know I got a King Ghidorah times Astrid one thanks to this fanfic I read. I actually did enjoy it. So, just let me know what you guys think down below. Just prepare for the schedule. Please comment down below, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. Remember, this is going to be the schedule from now on here. You guys will still get Dead Island werewolf videos as I'm preparing the next part, which is Dead World. That's where Wolf and Scarlet Spider basically become members of the Avengers during a zombie apocalypse again. So this is Legendary Ghidorah. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.